More news tonight. A Hollywood director is shooting a movie about last year's war in South Ossetia. The film features Garcia as the Georgian president. But there are concerns that the picture will be based exclusively on Tbilisi's view of the conflict. RT's Ivor Crotty's got the story.
Helicopters overhead, fire, explosions. You'd expect everyone to run for cover. But here, everyone's running to where the action is. Hollywood director Rennie Harlin is in the Georgian town of Gori, working on his depiction of the 2008 Georgian South Ossetian War. It's an unusual venture for the director, who found fame with big audience blockbusters like Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger and The Long Kiss Goodnight.
We read the script and thought it was a very important story and something that the world needed to see. Next thing we know, we were on a plane, eating lovely Georgian food and touring the beautiful countryside. I think our main concern was just to kind of show war as a bad thing.
The movie centres on an American journalist who arrives in the region on the eve of the war and gets caught in the firestorm that follows. How the human condition responds during a complex conflict is the film's main focal point. Harlan says he's waited a long time to tackle something with substance and reality.
What I'm trying to do is really to show a situation that happens to take place in Georgia but could be anywhere in the world, where you see we still haven't learned anything. Wars continue all around the world, and hopefully people who are a little bit jaded now in terms of watching news endlessly about Iraq and Afghanistan and Kosovo and so on, maybe a movie is one way of getting them to actually listen and learn and hopefully change their opinions.
And nothing could be more real and substantial than the war which shook this region a year ago, when Georgia attacked its breakaway republic of South Ossetia on the night of August the 8th. Russia moved to defend those under attack, and thousands were forced to flee across the border into North Ossetia. Tbilisi was quick to blame Moscow, but an EU report found it was Georgia that started the conflict, something President Saakashvili strongly disagrees with. It's thought the total cost of the movie is around $32 million, which makes it fairly low budget by Hollywood standards. But even within Georgia, some think it's another attempt for the government to push its view of the conflict.
I strongly doubt that the production of such film is very interesting to Hollywood only, and that the Georgian government played no role in this, especially considering its recent propaganda efforts, which have been directed towards evading all responsibility for the events we all know. I think the government will not spare any expenses, considering how much money they are putting into improving Saakashvili's image recently.
The war itself lasted just a few days, but the battles in the media dragged on for months, with Western news crews quick to take Georgia's side. That was easy, given the wealth of material and airtime lavished on them by the president, who's played in the movie by Oscar-nominated actor Garcia.
I have directed our armed forces to prevent all military vehicles from entering Georgian territory.
The journalists at the heart of the movie struggle to stay alive and stay objective, amid gunfire and an all-out propaganda offensive. But it might be hard for Hollywood to play an even hand when it's so used to depicting heroes and villains. Ivor Crotty, RT.